State of mind check, state of mind check, state of mind check, state of mind. Check your state of mind today. Through some reflection, because we're working towards self-mastery. We're the Emperor and the Four of Cups today for July the 15th and 16th. Bringing forward the energy of water, a little bit of fire with the Emperor and Aries, kind of balancing out ourselves with fire and water today. A little bit of self-reflection, gaining protection and tuning into, just getting soft with ourselves as well. You know, like how soft a mouse is. If you've ever touched one, they're super soft. Four of Cups, the number 4, also brings us to the idea of discipline. It takes discipline to find self-mastery over your life, to have self-mastery over your thoughts, your emotions. Today guides you to, check in with yourself and reflect on whatever emotions come up, especially around heartbreak. We've got the 3 of Swords underneath our main energy of the day. The card's actually 3 of Swords is sandwiched between the Sun of Cups and the Strength card. Strength card invites you to find your resilience. I actually posted on my Instagram today a little AI image I generated around strength and resilience relating to Thor. Some of you may have seen that. Strength. Taking that strength, because you may need it as you bump into any grief today. This horse is kind of head hanging low, so we may run into this energy of low vibe, kind of feeling like we need to hang our head, and for perhaps some lost relationships, things that no longer weather the storm, have something that we reflected upon has reminded us of some grief. The Hierophant on the 16th coming in to invite you to find the keys of wisdom, the aha moments underneath the underlying grief, underneath the underlying emotions, to still yourself amidst the storm. Thank you, Instagram folks. And welcome, YouTubers. Let's go to the rest of this reading. 4 of Cups with that mouse and the moon. Channeling your intuition, tapping into your intuition with reflection, meditation, like taking a walk, going for a bike ride, going for a drive. Whatever you can do helps you to reflect what's being reflected back to you at this time as well. I've been seeing owls, see a lot of tattoos where I work, and so I take those as some signs and synchronicities. Some owls today, a phoenix, there were some dragonflies on the fence. Ooh, another one stuck out to me today. Oh, I'm gonna do my best to pay a little more attention, because I kind of had my own little epiphany that even things such as tattoos on people's arms, sayings on people's shirts, such as a person was wearing a Golden Girls shirt that says, "Stay golden," a reminder to stay golden with this. The golden lion energy. That's the energy of Leo and strength, resilience, main character energy. And kind of that balance that comes with resilience and strength. Maybe even raining where we are. We may experience some rain. There's rain on 3 of these cards, but goal here is to rise above it, to not be beat down by the weather, to not be beat down by your emotions. Angel spirits and guides from the secret language of color, what do we need to know, see, and hear for the viewer? Love this card. Blue, and activate your healing power. Arcturian energy. Archangel Michael energy. Also throat chakra. Often we need to reflect so we can tune into our truth, so we can hear more clearly the truth of others, the truth and what's occurred, perhaps what's been said, what's been felt in relationships, and how we're feeling, especially when it comes to this path of self-mastery and finding wisdom underneath the grief. We don't want to align with people who don't want to find wisdom in their grief and continue to be victims, you know, perhaps reflecting on those relationships that we've walked away from that didn't weather the storm. Activate your healing power and call on Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael. Happened to pick up, because we're finding richness in the dark night of the soul. This card came up with it underneath. Finding richness in the dark night of the soul, finding that gold within, staying golden. You know, stay golden, girls. And it's going to help to activate your healing power is what we're getting at here. It's going to help you to find the keys to your freedom, the keys to expressing yourself. With the crow here, that wide open beak, but also to hear the messages from the spirit world too, indicated with the raven and we'll go with raven. And the Hierophant, the number 5. Invites us to have courage and strength, some of those foundations, and self-reflection. Apricot, rejoice and laugh. It's perhaps, as we reflect, we have some joyful memories that come up. Allow yourself to follow the glimmers in life. If we're overcome by grief, allow yourself some time to rejoice and laugh, to look for the glimmers in life, to adapt a pronoia, the opposite of paranoia, attitude, a pronoia position, and develop mental clarity. So utilizing our intuition, our spiritual chakras, third eye, throat chakra, and the crown. 2 flowers coming out, connecting with flowers, bringing in flower essence, and munching on some apricots to help to feed that sacral chakra energy, our connection to joy. Some of you even find joy and may find joy just eating an apricot. Following your intuition to that perfect apricot even. Develop mental clarity. Connecting with body, mind, and soul, and tuning into those spiritual chakras with this purple. So it indicates those spiritual connection, access points, your chakras. We also have brilliance. Discover your sparkle. Discover this brilliance in life, the sparkles. Looking for the waterfalls, the windfalls of abundance and synchronicity. The windfalls, the flow of healing as you choose to continue to tap into your inner resilience, to find the courage to speak your truth and establish boundaries if you need to establish boundaries with how long we're going to sit in grief. Those are boundaries with ourselves. Yes, we have emotions, but we are more than our emotions. We are more than our physical body. These bodies are, if you will, but an illusion, part of this holographic matrix, and thus emotions are not of the real world. They're of this world that we perceive to be real. And thus we must establish boundaries with our physical self to connect and find the gold, which is our spiritual self, our soul underneath, within. Number 12 as well. So cycle's completing. You've done some great healing work. Archangel Michael would like you to help cut any remaining ties. Archangel Raphael is going to come in and help heal up those wounds, those battle wounds. Yes, battle. You're doing battle. Get out there and battle. It's okay to battle for what you desire. Revitalize your nervous system. You can do it from a place of love. And let go of what's not serving your nervous system. If you're taxing your nervous system, then we're not in self-mastery. I listened to a great teacher called Michael Miradad, and just today I was listening to, he's talking about, spirit first, God first, bringing God, bringing spirit, bringing source energy into everything that we do, then changing self, finding clarity, discovering our sparkle, self-mastery, and third, connecting with others. And we tend to do things backwards because of this dualistic reality we created, which is also an illusion, dualism, because it is not of source, it is of human creation. Revitalize your nervous system by establishing boundaries, seeing what truly serves us, standing in your light, because whatever can't resonate with you is going to fall off. Like a vibrating magnet. You'll attract all the little fibers, all the little pieces of your collective, and everything else will shake off. Inhale a breath of life. Peach. Number 19. So, in relationships, breathing in to your relationship with yourself, with your emotions, this peach color indicating our sacral chakra again, and taking time to breathe through these heavy emotional waters. Breathing through some grief, perhaps bringing in a nice candle. Peaches, apricots is great season for apricots. And munching on some delightful nectarines myself. Chocolate, nourish your body and soul. Ooh, 13 card, and we have 1336. 1339 on the timer, 3, 6, and 9. It's that fundamental construct of the universe. Nourish your body and soul. Right back to filling our cup first. Making sure we have the strength and resilience to overcome any heartache that we may need to look at that's connected to grief, so that we can bring love to the situation and embrace the changes. These are all underneath the changes that need to come around scarcity. Strength, 3 of Swords, Son of Cups. The changes that need to come around this scarcity mindset. It's time to break the chains with the devil, with your shadow, to integrate the lessons from our shadow, not to wear it like, fire in our heels. No, we want the fire in our hearts, not hell under our heels driving us to be better. Connect to the divine. Connect to the divine first. As you do anything, as you do everything. Hey, Divine Mother, how would you have me do this? How would you have me see this person? What would you have me say? How can we co-create this day together? How can you, Divine, can you help me to discover my brilliance, my sparkle, to rejoice and laugh again? If you feel like you haven't rejoiced and laughed in some time, call on Divine to help you to find the inspiration, to find the keys, to find the wisdom that it takes to laugh, to rejoice for all the situations that we've endured. Knowing and seeing now that loving as Spirit does, knowing that everything was done for you and nothing was ever done to you. That pearl essence is that spark of the divine within, that connection point, that portal to your divine essence. It's like a pearl of divinity is your like that spark light, the all spark, if you will, referring to Transformers. And any further cards from the Magic Seer? Am I saying that right? Yeah, Magic Seer Tarot. Magic Seer Tarot. Holographic Tarot. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. Putting in the reps towards self-mastery. It's exactly what this is. Finding the strength. Finding our talents, our resilience, our wisdom, and mental clarity by continuing to put in the work, to meditate, to feed our body good food, apricots, fruit, things that help us to revitalize the nervous system, plenty of electrolytes and green foods, sunlight, and getting out in forests, all indicated here, you know, with green, bringing some more green into our life, maybe some plants into our house, planting plants in the garden. 2 of Swords. So where are we blocking ourselves? Where are we wanting to open up to that divine connection, but are still afraid of it? Many light workers, many beings in general, earth beings, are actually afraid of their own light. They're afraid of their own personal power and what they may be called to do with it. And what stepping into their power, the type of changes it might bring. Finding richness in the dark night, doing the shadow work brings just change. It changes you. You know, I love that. Yeah. Someone reminded me of a quote I heard. Guides are saying, you know, often when we're on this spiritual path, friends will say, oh, you've changed. And what they don't realize, you don't have to say it, but you can think, well, perhaps it's that I've grown and you don't know, they don't know how to. You're growing your abundance, you're growing into this Empress energy. Allow yourself to utilize gratitude, find the glimmers in life, to look on the positive side, to look for the abundance in your life. It's going to help to call back some of your personal power. But what you give your attention to, where attention goes, energy flows. Oh wow, we have 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles out here. So we're completing this cycle of like stepping into abundance and just seeing that we have put in the work. And don't give up now. Why give up now? You're like right at the door, right at the gates between heaven and between the devil energy and heaven. This is like the pearly gates, wish fulfillment in love, connections, and relationships. The high vibrational earthly relationships that we wish to create. It can also be a bit of an illusion. So asking ourselves if we have any, reflecting on any illusions that it takes work to create. Perhaps we have some wounds that it takes work, 7 of Pentacles, to get the love that we desire, that relationships take work. And I'm here to tell you that relationships that make our nervous system feel well, that, powering that off and stepping into what's true to you, and to calling back your power, to making the decision to chase this passion, to step onto the boat and not look back, to step onto this journey more deeply, to step into your place of personal power and self-mastery, and to be flexible along this journey that you've set out. Because along the journey, there's going to be, some tricksters, some people trying to hide stuff. We may even be trying to hide some of our own thoughts from self. Seven of Swords, hypervigilance. And if we're feeling like we're getting hyper vigilant about this healing process, like we need to get it all done so that we can be healed, bring in some balance, bring in some self-love and compassion, some gratitude for all the work that you've done, how far you've come, and continue to listen to what our emotions are telling us, to be guided, and so we can discern what's emotion and what's ego. This little dog here with the red eye represents the ego, and the orange represents our connection to the sacral chakra, our emotions. Not letting our ego take power, take control of our connection to the divine, our connection to well-being, our connection to gratitude. By keeping us from looking at the grief. Because our ego doesn't want us to be grateful. Our ego wants us to stay in grief, to stay in guardedness, to stay in self-manipulation and paranoia. It's like the devil you know better than the one that you don't. So connecting to our emotions and opening up to gratitude, looking at all of our experience and how it's transformed us, temperance, and reaching for serenity, asking for serenity. Comes with rejoicing and laughing, easing the nervous system, aligning and inviting people that nourish our nervous system, relationships, projects, places. Because this dark night of the soul, these changes are alchemizing water into fire. That's the temperance card. Turning emotions into passion and wisdom, into finding the Holy Grail within, studying the heart. Queen of Cups also may indicate might get a little too wrapped up in our emotions. She can kind of intensely studying. Perhaps we need to ease off on this intensity of trying to force that Holy Grail, your heart, to open, your higher heart, so you can step in to emotional maturity, having a higher emotional IQ. So state of mind check as you sit over your kingdom. What will you choose to create? What will you choose to do? Take care. I love you. Namaste.